Once upon a time, there was a young monk who lived in a Zen monastery. He was a kind and diligent monk, but he often struggled with his work. He would often procrastinate and find excuses to avoid his chores. One day, the young monk was given the task of cleaning the monastery's garden. It was a large and overgrown garden, and the young monk was overwhelmed by the task. He sat down on a rock and began to think about how he could avoid doing the work. Just then, the Zen master walked by. He saw the young monk sitting on the rock and asked him what he was doing. "I'm supposed to be cleaning the garden," the young monk replied, "but it's too much work. I don't know where to start." The Zen master smiled and said, "The best way to start is to simply start. Don't worry about finishing the whole garden. Just pick one task and focus on that." The young monk took the Zen master's advice and began to work. He started by weeding a small patch of ground. Once he had finished weeding that patch, he moved on to another. He worked slowly and steadily, and soon he began to make progress. As the young monk worked, he began to feel more and more at peace. He realized that the key to finishing the task was to simply focus on the present moment and do the best he could. He also realized that the work itself was not as difficult as he had thought. In fact, he began to enjoy the challenge of bringing the garden back to life. After several hours of work, the young monk had finished cleaning the garden. He stood back and admired his work. The garden was now tidy and beautiful. The young monk felt a sense of accomplishment and pride. He went to the Zen master and told him that he had finished the garden. The Zen master smiled and said, "Well done. You have learned the value of hard work. When you put your mind to something and work diligently, you can achieve anything." The young monk bowed his head and thanked the Zen master for his wisdom. He had learned that the value of hard work is not just about completing tasks. It is also about developing discipline, perseverance, and self-confidence.